Marvin Lewis of the Cincinnati Bengals is going to join us. Terrence Knighton, pot roast, the famed pot roast on that stout defensive line of the Denver Broncos, has guaranteed a Super Bowl for Denver.
Uh-oh.
Basically said, I don't care if New England doesn't lose again. I don't care where we have to play. I don't care who our opponent is. We're not going to be satisfied until we hoist the trophy. So if we've got to go to New England and win somewhere we're not used to winning, we're going to make it happen. Asked if he was confident the Broncos are going to win it all, he wrote, quote unquote, write that, and put a big period after that one. Then asked if an exclamation point could be put there. He wrote exclamation point, he said.
Rich, who do we have? Who do they have coming up this week?
Oh, that would be Marvin Lewis in the Cincinnati Bengals. Is he on the phone?
We do have Coach Lewis on the phone.
Coach, did I just give you material for your bulletin board? Coach, what do you think?
Rich, you know, I don't think bulletin board material has won many games or lost any, actually. But Terrence is a good player, and he's confident in his team.
Yes.
And we've got a big football game. They're already in where we want to go.
I like it. I like it. Marvin Lewis of the Cincinnati Bengals joining me here now on the Rich Eisen Show after a shutout victory in Cleveland yesterday, something that the team needed to stay in first place where you are. Coach, what was your game plan against Johnny Manziel?
Well, we just thought it was important that we were conscious of where he is. You know, we knew that the fact that if his progression in the passing game, you know, wouldn't be there, that chances are he would pull the ball down. That's what he had demonstrated both in college at Texas A&M and here this preseason, and his 130 snaps in the preseason, and his snaps against Buffalo that he's played in the regular season. So, you know, and it stayed pretty consistent to that yesterday.
And it seemed that when he was sacked or picked off, your players on defense took particular relish at sort of uncloaking the persona with the money symbols and stuff like that. Did you know that that was something that you were going to see out on the field?
I actually didn't even know it had happened until I read about it this morning. I was told about it, and then I read about it this morning. I was kind of oblivious to it, I guess, you know, because I guess they just hold up their hands and do what they do. So I didn't know there was anything different than they were doing. But, you know, again, you know, we need to just play football. And that's what I told him before the game. Don't worry about all the other stuff. Let's just go win the football game, and that'll be statement enough.
Marvin Lewis, the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals, joining us now. How does one game plan for a Peyton Manning offense?
Oh my gosh! You know, we don't have time in the day, Rich. He's such a good player, understanding the look and the defensive look that you're showing and so forth, and then trying to get them into the play that he thinks fits best against the look that you're showing. So we've got to do a great job of that. We've got to be very, very sound in what we're doing, both the running game and the passing game, because it doesn't matter. You know, he picks and chooses, and whatever their plan is based on your look, then he's going to try to get them in what they think is the best play.
Where does he rank in terms of the neck-up ability of any quarterback that you've ever had to coordinate or coach against? Coach. Well,
he's got to be, you know, he's got to be in the top of those lists. And, you know, since I came in the NFL in '92, so with, you know, the guys like Marino and Elway and guys like that were still playing then, and Steve Young, and he's just an exceptional talent, Joe Montana, and these guys. But, you know, these guys, you know, now you know, Peyton is basically coordinating the offense sometimes from the field, and you know, which I'm sure all those guys were capable of doing because they were also, you know, gifted and so forth as quarterbacks, and got their, you know, team in and out of the right plays. But you know, Peyton has taken this thing to a whole new level.
What do you tell your quarterback Andy Dalton about this game? So many observers, certainly maybe in Cincinnati and outside, see how his play is different under the lights, prime time, country watching. He has not.
You know, Rich, it's been the last couple times, but he's played on the lights, and again, we, you know, played Monday night game here against Pittsburgh a year ago, and the 2013 season, and he played very, very well. So, the last couple haven't been as a football team. We haven't played very well, and it's not just Andy; it's the rest of the football team, and that's everybody has to play better. We have to coach better and play better, and so there will be nothing said different to Andy other than the rest of the team. We all need to do our jobs better.
Coach, whenever I have somebody who's involved in the competition committee like you are on this program, I want to pound the table for something that I'd like to see passed. We had another roughing the passer penalty in the National Football League that a lot of fans are left scratching their heads over, that if on replay, if it was allowed to be used, might have been avoided. What do you think the appetite is for this committee and for the league moving forward to get these helmet-to-helmet 15-yard personal foul penalties under the booth for review?
I think the competition committee is against those things, and for the most part, you're talking about being able to go back and slow the thing down with high definition TV, and our games would take forever. And the referees have a very, very difficult job, and to have to be second-guessed and critiqued all the time that way, we've made the game slow enough now, the way things are with the way it is now, and that it would just take forever. And our game is changing. Guys are doing a better job. These plays aren't in the game as prevalent as they used to be. And again, occasionally, yes, they do come up, and occasionally you may end up on the wrong side of one. But we're trying to coach it, continue to coach it out of the game all the time, and the officials doing the best job they can to not have a unnecessary foul.
Well, is that Coach Lewis talking or competition committee member Lewis talking?
Both, Rich. Both.
You're the same human being, I understand.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But as you point out, you can be on the wrong end of this, and we are
sitting on the wrong side of them. I mean, we've had a number of them, but we just keep trying to do the best job we can with it, and we just don't want to open up Pandora's box if you continue to open up the replay, the challenge system to those kind of things.
Coach, I appreciate you taking the time. Congrats on the win last week, and we'll chat with you down the road, and best of luck against the Broncos. And again, we gave you bulletin board material. I don't know if you want to use it or not, but we like to leave our guests in a better spot than when we found them. I hope that that's the case here for you, Coach.
All right. Thanks, Rich. Good to talk with you.
You bet. That's the same to you. That's Marvin Lewis, the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals.